at 149. These are a couple of guys who were once teammates and now fierce foes here in the ACC, with Solomon of Pitt and Papcsy there of Duke, both transfers from North Carolina State, a different program.
Yeah, interesting. Two former Wolfpack guys meeting at different schools in the ACC. You used to not really see this happen, but in the new era of college sports, we're seeing this more and more. And this is an interesting matchup. Solomon's a young guy, hometown kid. He gets right to his inside trip. That's a position that he really loves. Into that trip, we'll see if Papcsy can get a quick escape.
And Papcsy, a guy who did not go for Duke last week.
Yeah, I heard late illness is what I had heard for Papcsy.
So didn't go against Virginia. This is the first time he's taken the mat in a match setting like this since January 19th against Noah Castillo of Chattanooga.
And he's really another guy who's got to work on putting it together a little bit. He often comes out hard, wrestles in very hard spurts. He's capable. Let's see if he can put a full 7 minutes together here for the Blue Devils.
You know, you said something earlier about in the room as you prepare for your match each week, finding a teammate or a guy that's going to push you. For each guy, it's different to pick a guy to wrestle. But that was one of the things that Coach Lanham said that really stuck out to me, is that, hey, our guys need to find guys every day that are going to push them to be better when they get out here on the mat.
We look at Papcsy in kind of a Peterson position after a shuck by, but absolutely. Wrestling, it's such a tight-knit sport, and it's very unlike some other sports where you're laying hands on one another in the room. It is physical, it's competitive, and you have to take that to the next level. And even the guys who aren't wrestling out here tonight, who aren't going to represent their schools, they are a major component of the development of the guys out here, to be there for them, to push them through certain positions, to get them prepared for the postseason. Every guy on the roster really matters in that sense. And you've got to be brothers in there, more than friends, really brothers, to bring that out in somebody.
6-1 lead here for Solomon as we approach the final 70 seconds of the first period.
Solomon working that bar. This has been the theme for Pitt this evening in the top position. Right leg ride, bar and a half, which is a position that Logan Stieber, former world champion, 4-time national champion, used to crush in for Ohio State.
Over a minute of riding time now for Solomon.
Papcsy's really got a knee slide out of here and crawl forward, get his hips, clear that arm. Good job getting back to his feet, and he's out.
Yeah, gets the 1 point for the escape.
Good work by Papcsy.
Is this where you like to see Papcsy try to take a shot here after a move like that to get back to neutral?
Absolutely, yeah. Put something together here. A nice combination, a nice steer off. You got to get Solomon moving here. You've got a little bit of momentum. If you can steal a takedown at the end of a period, not give somebody the chance to escape, that's huge, especially in the area of the 3-point takedown. You can really get yourself back into a match.
Final 10 seconds here.
Solomon looking for that underhook throw by. Goes shuck by again. This is the second time he's gone to this position, and he gets a late 3. That's not what you want if you're Jared Papcsy. You're down 9-2 now.
Really backbreaking there, 9-2 now. You felt like if you're Papcsy, you're in the match before that last 3-point takedown. And speaking of the takedowns and the 3 points, a new rule change this year. What do we think about this 3 points instead of 2 points on the takedown?
Absolutely. It's got to be a little bit confusing for the casual fan who's just tuning in, who's had the 2-point takedown for their entire life. Really where I've seen it is a lot of the matches where there may be that mismatch or ending earlier, we're getting more bonus points, more text, which they may have to adjust. But I haven't really seen it change the way that guys have approached the match stylistically, at least from a defensive standpoint. And there may be some other unintended consequences that now with a 3-point takedown, 1-point escape, you've got the ability, if you're leading a match, to burn more stalls and actually get away a little bit easier. Though coming back with a 3-point takedown gives you some advantages with that discrepancy.
Do you feel like the 3-point takedown was done or designed to try to grow the sport, to get more interest into the sport?
I think the goal was to try to get more of that offensive output, and I really don't know if they've captured that. I think wrestling is in itself, it's its own niche sport. A lot of the fans have been exposed to it. Papcsy going body lock here. Solomon goes inside trip. He steps over.
And 3 points.
Oh, and he steps over, and Papcsy with a fall for Solomon. That's 6 points for Pitt. So Papcsy goes body lock. on Solomon, who gets the inside trip, steps over it, and gets the fall.
Take another look at the fall here. A big win for Solomon.
Solomon goes inside trip again. Papcsy goes for the throw with the body lock. Solomon steps over with his hips high, clears his hips, and Papsy's in big trouble there. Leads to a fall.
So the former Wolfpack teammates, it is Solomon who gets the fall. And tough for Papcsy there after he tried to work his way back in it, and then it was Solomon.